What's up everyone and welcome to my guitar, the video series where I take one of my guitars, I do a setup, change some strings, just giving them some much deserved love because, you know, when you have a lot of guitars and so little time, you know, there's just not enough time. Anyways, it's this guitar right here. What is it? You're about to see in a second. You know which guitar it is. It says in the fucking title of the video. It's the Ernie Ball JP15. John Petrucci Balushki, everyone. It's one of the family reserve Ernie Ball guitars right there. Made in the US of A. Incredible top. I'm gonna take out the spec sheet right there. It's an Okumoe body with a figured roasted maple top. I think this is the Sahara Burst. Yeah, I think this is called the Sahara Burst. As you can see, the flame top goes up here, and then this is the Okumoe body right there. There's the back bolt on, as you can see, and a roasted maple neck right there. Fingerboard is also roasted maple, and dude, it actually has a fair bit of wear. I'm not exactly sure what year this is from. It says G86416. I have no idea what that means. But I think it might be like a 2010 or something like that. That's what I remember from seeing the ad. Okay, let's bring out the ad and see what it said. It doesn't say. Also, when I purchased it on Reverb, it didn't come with a certificate. It just came like this. Didn't even have a tremolo arm for the bridge. Just came like this in a family reserve ball case. And that was it. But I got it for a really good price. And it plays absolutely sick. Obviously, John Petrucci of the band Dream Theater. Have you ever heard? No? Where have you been? They won a fucking Grammy this year. How about that? It has the two DiMarzio Illuminator pickups right there. It's also a Piezo mounted bridge. So it has a Piezo function, which you can see here. It has two different outputs, one for stereo, one for mono. Stereo you would use if you want to split the signal out. So you have, you know, the pickups, the DiMarzio pickups go into an amplifier, and then you would have the Piezo output going to a separate, like a amplifier or direct to front of house or whatever you want. And yeah, man, you can pull these. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a spaceship. Nice. And yeah, I really like how thin this neck is, and the frets are really, really nice. An absolute shredder of a guitar right there. John Petrucci, holy shit. And I personally much prefer the JP over the Majesty guitars that they released later on. I just like this shape a lot better. Headstock, really small, almost too small, if that's a thing. But you know how to say, it's not about the sides, it's more how you rock the boat in the motion of the ocean. Yes, rock the boat. Where the f did that come from? All right, I'm gonna start by dismantling the guitar. No, I'm not gonna dismantle the guitar. I'm just gonna take off the strings. I figured I would use an Ernie Ball Super Slinky set for today, a 9-42. I think this is a classic. No? Well, there it is. And as you can see here, or if you can't see, but I'll try and make it so you can see, it has a compensated nut, so the nut slots actually have a little bit of a dig into it. So, you know, it's just compensating the nuts a little bit, okay? I do that every day, compensating my nuts. The fine thing about floating bridges like this is that they have a stop. So, I mean, with float rows, for instance, you might want to do one string at a time or block off the bridge. Here it has a stop, so you can just remove all the strings at once if you want. No biggie, man. Unless there's going to be some guy out there who's like, oh no, it is a biggie, man. It is a biggie. Don't do that. You're going to fuck up the guitar. Okay, unlocking the lockers of the... Man, they were really locked. Maybe they were locked by John Petrucci. He's an absolute beast on the muscle front. Have you seen this? Back during the Rock Discipline days, he was like, oh, you know, regular guitar player, dork, you know? And then he started working out. It's like, holy shit. This is probably gonna be the first time I change strings on this guitar, to be honest. I'm not sure exactly, but I guess it's a string through. Oh no, is it from the back? No, it has to be a string through, right? Let's see. Yes, it's a string through, because I'm a smartest guy in the world. But before I put on new strings, I'm gonna clean my little clean face on this bitch. The thing about leveling the bridge is because apparently when it's all backed off at the stop, the strings won't come out. You have to, yes, you have to be Ola Englund, the Swede. You know, which means smart. SMRT. Look at that. That immediately become a lot cleaner. I don't understand how some buyers, when they buy a USA-made guitar, they just throw away the certificate like it's just some piece of paper that you know, they just keep the guitar as it is. And it's like, why is that? I mean, this is not a knockoff or anything. This is definitely a USA-made Ernie Ball guitar. It's no doubt about it. But why would you throw away the certificate? Just don't understand that logic. Or maybe this is one like a prototype made for John Petrucci, and there is no certificate. I highly doubt it, but there you go. It's a, you know, conspiracy theory, and I like those. I think at this point I need some lube, man. Lube. All right, so I have another box of all the penis lube that I use for guitar. So let's check cleaner and prep. Fingerboard, okay, let's do that. Ernie, no, it's not Ernie Ball, it's Dunlop, sorry. Oh, Englund, the salesman, okay. It's a little dirty on the fretboard, so I'm gonna figure that out. Is there a good camera for this? No? Okay, great. Oh, into the coffee. Wonder how it tastes now. Stingy. There you go. It immediately wipes off the bullshit that was on there. It becomes black on this fretboard. The bullshit. Look at that. That's the look at that. That's the shit right there that was on there. So we're gonna go fret for fret, penis by penis, and that's gonna be the cleanest fucking fretboard for today, man. Damn it. It actually became a lot brighter now. Because, you know, I removed all the black bullshit that was on there from the previous buyer. All right, then we use this, which is the deep conditioner. I mean, this is probably not that important for a maple board right there, but let's just do it anyways. Me, 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 get to go. Me, 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 go to hell, get out, good morning, good night, see you, man. Look at that. Dude, that made it pop more, man. Tighten the screws. No, it's a, we call it a bolt. Tighten the bolt. How are you? All right, it's time for Restringing. Let's put on the Ernie Ball Slinkies. I think that John Petrucci is an Ernie Ball Slinky man. I mean, Ernie Ball strings for an Ernie Ball guitar makes absolute sense. 1942. Okay, let's go. Out of my face. Cleaning my ass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak up on him and put the string into its asshole. Look at that beauty, mate. I notice now that there is a section here on the back of the guitar where you can dial the EQ of the piezo. So you have piezo treble, piezo bass. You have the magnetic boost, which is basically the 20 dB boost that you can give to the pickups, and then you can set the mix of the Marcio pickup and the piezo right here on that one. So that's cool. A little extra face right there. And because of having all the piezo and all that bullshit, as you can see, there's a lot of back plates. You have one for the battery right there. Here's the for the back of the bridge, and here's the electronics, and here you have the whole output section right there. Locking tuners are best in the world. It just makes things so much more convenient with locking tuners. I'm not sure why I'm singing the song for Looney Tunes as of today, but I just feel it's that kind of day, man. It's Looney Tunes Day. This happens to locking tuners a fair bit, actually, sometimes. Okay, there, it got unstuck. Where the piece that is holding the string that you lock with, it gets stuck inside, so even though you release the tension of the locking mechanism, that little bolt is not going down. It's a little annoying sometimes, but you can, if you gently just whack the tuner with your dick, like this, just slap it on there, like that, it usually just releases. I'm going to start off by just putting tension on the string so the bridge lifts back to its original position. And then I'll start tuning the guitar for real. I'm still using this old Pocket Guitar app from like beginning of the iPhone era. It works relatively easy, man. So right now, as you can see, it's fairly dipped down, the bridge still. So I would need to adjust the bridge. Oh shit, damn. The strings weren't even fucking in there. There you go. Okay, so the I unstuck the strings from the fucking bridge right there. Okay, great. Let's do all of this again. Damn, what a noob. It's the first time I changed strings on Ernie Ball Music, man, so... Zero mistakes. But now it's probably gonna be, you know, lift up way more because that gave it a lot more slack on that end, so... Na, 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 zero mistakes, na, 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 I never make them. Only for... Oh shit. Oh, wow. That is a first. It's just way over there. What the f happened? Okay, come on. You would think that this will be easy for a guy who owns a guitar company. Well, think again. This is how it is. This is reality. I see still that I need to adjust the bridge a little bit, so here we go. We're gonna open up this little back plate right here. That's not gonna work. I have so many different guitar tools that come. This is from Gibson. One that I got with the Dave Mustaine guitar, I guess. There you go. Look at that. Thank you, Gibson. Saving the day, man. Saving the day. I feel now this is actual metal plating. So that's cool. Nice little touch. Okay. So we need to add more tension to this, I guess. Release tension. We have to release the tension because we won't get up to... we're getting up to tune, but the bridge is still being held back. So I'm gonna take this, release some of this pressure off right here. See where we end up. I'm not used to, you know, I'm used to Floyd Rose bridges, not necessarily these type of, this is the Music Man's own floating bridge. Look at that, as you can see now, it's still not perfectly balanced, but it is fairly almost close to, damn, that's really hard for me to describe right there. It's almost there, guys, that's what I wanted to say. These screws right here are not entirely screwed in straight, just saying. Maybe this, no, it stays there though, it's staying. How are we right now? Yes, that is a straight bridge right there, holy shit, what a beast. I still have to get used to that there's 2 on 4 on this headstock. You know, usually with guitars like this or Super Strats or Les Pauls, it's 3 on 3, but here you have 4 on 2. So every time I go for the G string, I'm like, where's the thing right there? All right, I'm gonna cut off the strings. Cut off the strings in my face. I want to put a string in my eye. Feels so good when it's in my eyeball. So there it is. The bridge is flat leveled on that body right there. So I'm gonna put back the back plate. And then I'm gonna head into the other room and play this guitar. It's gonna be fun. All right, so here it is, the Ernie Ball JP15. All fixed and dandy. Let's go, baby. I'm using the Archetype Petrucci plugin for this. Oopsie lazy. Waiting for a moment of masturbation. Misunderstood. It's actually the name of that song. It's a highly underrated song from 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. Actually a really good album. It's just got overlooked by a lot of people. But there's a lot of hits on that album. For clean sounds, Petrucci has always been, you know, very, very awesome. His pickups have always been very balanced for both rhythm, lead, and clean tones, you know, so. Beautiful, man. Really sings. So now I have this guitar plugged in to the mono output right here, which means that I can split and do the piezo like this. Or do mix, which is both. Let me see if I have acoustic tone for this. So that doesn't work. You know, when you knock on the acoustic guitar, that doesn't work on piezo. However, there's something wrong with this piezo system. Check out the D string, everyone. So there's something wrong. I think there's something wrong with the actual module on the saddle right here. And I'm not completely sure how to fix that. I don't think it's an easy fix, unfortunately. It's probably something that I need to either look at the wiring of this full thing, or maybe just exchange the module itself. So that's a complete shame right there, because otherwise I think it sounds really good. You just have, you know, if I'm not playing the D string, that's okay. But I mean, this guitar, man, it's Shreddy McShredface, all right. Worth mentioning is that when I do a lot of these neural DSP plugins is that I have a gate fixated for basically when I'm playing a solar guitar. So anything that has lower output than a Duncan Solar, it gets choked a little bit by the gate. So that's why I have to transpose and fix the gate a little. It's just a bliss to shred on, man. It feels really good. Not completely in tune, but... You know, just to compare this with my Ibanez JPM that I have over there, that is also incredibly shreddy, I still think, even though I prefer the Ibanez JPM, this is just way easier to play on for some reason. I feel like when they said that they made a guitar for John Petrucci, I think they were actually not lying. They made a guitar that was really easy to play, and there's absolutely no doubt that's why it became so popular of a signature model. It's just a really good guitar to play, man. Obviously, this is like a high-end USA model. You know, the Sterlings and all that, it's not going to be the same, but this is an absolute bliss to play on. Too bad about the module right there. Is there anyone out there on the channel that is a little bit more well-rounded when it comes to piezo bridges? Do I need to change out all the saddles or just one module or something like that? Let me know in the comments section. I would like to fix this guitar so it's completely awesome. So there you go. That's my guitar for you right there. This is the Ernie Ball Music Man JP15 guitar. It's an absolutely incredible guitar. Thank you. Look at this back, by the way. Shit. Look at that. Did you see that even? No? If you have any suggestions of guitars you want me to do for my guitar video, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.